Yo people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping safe and welcome back to the lockdown backyard trail building series. In the last video, I finished this pump, built that new left hip off of the tombstone takeoff, and now you can see from this morning's sunshine that this is starting to harden up a lot. It's still a bit tacky and a bit soft, but we had a bit of rain last night, which is probably the best thing that could have happened to the trails because it's delayed the drying process, stopped these cracks looking as severe as the side of that landing. And after the last video, had a bit of a tidy up, made all these edges nice, cleared all the surplus dirt off of the grass, so everything around the jumps is looking the best it's been. So today we're going to make progress. We're going to continue with the line. I'm actually super excited about this hip. I think if you land the first one good, and then really use that pump bump, you'll be able to boost this, really pull up, get some good height. And like I said in the last video, that's where we're gonna split. I don't know which direction, but there's gonna be a big line and a small line. But because the dirt pile has diminished to almost zero, I can't carry on building stuff out of dirt today. So we're gonna build a temporary, well maybe not temporary, we're gonna build a wooden whale tail to sit here, so this line can flow into it. The only thing I need to do first is dig out some turf and repeat the same technique as over there, because that's going to make that landing look a lot longer and deliver way more speed. Then we're going to build this whale tail all out of wood. It can be moved around. We're going to ride it today, and then when dirt comes we'll see whether it stays or whether it goes, but ultimately I want to keep this line progressing. So what actually is a whale tail? A whale tail is a slopestyle feature that originates from massive slopestyle competitions like Crankworks. So I've ridden huge ones, but I'm going to be building a smaller equivalent in the backyard as like quite a fun, trickable feature. So it's going to look something like this. So we'll have a takeoff, and then you always step up into the whale tail. So the entry of the whale tail is always a bit higher. Then it goes down, back up to a similar height. And then you have a landing, which again is lower. Usually they're on a downhill. Mine's going to be on flat ground, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. So the landing might be quite small, or we could dig into the ground. So it's going to look something like this.
This is really impressive.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I used to do this when I used to finish exams. I used to love drawing trails. Look at that. That's what it's going to look like. Pretty cool. So the takeoff could be made of dirt, the landing could be made of dirt, but I've got very limited, I'm in the dog bed by the way, which I made because my knees hurt, but we've got such limited amounts of plywood. I've got an 18mm sheet here, the one I drew on is a 12mm sheet of ply. We've got 3 leftover buffalo board sheets from the upgrades at my compound, building ramps there, and 9 pieces of 4x2, which is more offcuts and spare bits of wood than most people have in their garages, but it'll be tough to make this stretch. We're gonna have to be quite clever with this, and I've thought about it, and I'd love the riding surface, the takeoff, the landing, the whale tail to be as wide as a sheet of ply, but then all my battens need to be 4 foot long, so I'll only get 2 out of each, 9 of them, 18 battens. That's not gonna be enough. I could go 80 centimeters wide, then I'll get 3 out of each, 27 battens. 27 should cut it. So when I mean the battens, they're the bits that go all the way across. 18 wouldn't be enough. 27, they need them all the way through there, down the edge, in the takeoff. I think I've got enough to build a takeoff and a whale tail. The landing is a question mark, but we could build a ghetto landing for now. But this is going to be fun. So what I need to do is draw the arc, which is that bit there, using a radius, and I think there's enough space in here with a piece of rope to do that. And then we're going to get a build lapse going on the GoPro, time lapse this whole thing, and most importantly remember not to screw it together in this room. I've done that before. I've built a whole ramp in here and realised I can't get it out through the door. So we're going to take all the bits, all the screws out into the backyard, head over there and get it put together. Let's get the build lapse going. Right, I've got all the ingredients for the central part of the whale tail. They're the two sides. It took ages to figure out what radius or what arc to cut, but I'm pretty hopeful that's going to ride really good. I'm super conscious of running out of wood and supplies. So this bit of buffalo board, because it's the grippy stuff, is going to be the actual riding surface. That's going to screw down between those two that way. They're the timbers that I've cut so far. Well, battens if you like. They go in between. And I'm just worried about running out. I've got 18 there. This is the only reason I had to make it so narrow, is so I don't run out. So next up I'm going to build the takeoff, which I can finish in here. And then we're going to take everything outside, screw it together and test it. Build laps. Update on the whale tail. It looks ridiculous, doesn't it? I wish I could go and buy timber and didn't have to make use of such slim pickings, because it's way too narrow. Now I've seen it full standing like this, I've realised it's super tight, but again, couldn't make it any different because of the plywood. But I am going to cut it down, the takeoff side. This is the takeoff side where we're leaving it. I think I'm going to cut it down to like there, so that it's a step up, and then you kind of carry a bit more speed because you don't have to go so high. Should still be able to trick out of it. And ran out of battens, miscalculated the number, so I can move that one to there, cut that off. There'll be a way. When there's a will, there's a way. Stand somewhere else. I want to draw attention away from the sketchy whale tail just for a few seconds, back to this roller. So I was here at the start of the video showing you that it was still soft. That was just a few hours ago, and now look. So that's so promising. If I use the same brush, dust, water technique, this is going to be ready to go. It should look like that. And then we're there. We're there. I am going to need to modify the whale tail to put in the end of the trails line. If it goes in, it is temporary, it is sketchy, it is made from a limited amount of timber. The landing is going to be equally ghetto, which I'm not proud of. I'm very proud of how good everything looks. But we wanted to ride something today, and you guys said make a whale tail. Got these 2 boxes of Continental tyres.
Wow.
That could be it. And I'll grab these. Yes. See? Ben had doubts. Ben had loads of doubts.
I still have doubts.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's a drop.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Just play that clip of me doing the one at Crankworks and then we'll come back to this. Ben, are you going first?
No chance.
Hey Siri, who should test the new whale tail jump first?
I mean, if you get hurt, Matt, who is going to shape those perfect jumps? Ben, you're up.
You're up, mate.
Oh my god, that ramp moves so much. I
think you'll be fine as long as it doesn't topple over.
As long as
it doesn't tip over. The landing's soft. Yeah. It's like a trick landing. I think you just have to go the perfect speed.
What's the perfect speed?
Just the exact right one.
I'm nervous. Oh my god.
He's in! Oh. You okay?
I've never ridden a whale tail in my life, and definitely not one that tight.
It's tight. I think your front wheel landed on the upslope, didn't it? Like here.
I've just missed everything I was meant to not miss. Ow.
I guess you're not going to try it again until we make a mud one.
Probably not.
That's incentive to get digging again.
True.
That was a great guinea pig run, Ben. That's what anyone wants from a guinea pig. It's for them to show them exactly what not to do. And you've shown me that if you land here, You're not getting off. On the GoPro clip, it really shows that you actually landed there. So I'm going to go a lot slower than you went.
Get it done.
Alright. Kind of just want to dig again. Just go slower than Ben. It's the only advice right now.
Oh! I hate you. I hate you.
I think if I went first, if Siri told me to go first, I'd have done the same thing. Bar's been out, I think. No.
Oh. Wow.
I think we need to make the gap bigger out, but making the gap bigger in might make it easier as well. Bar spin out, that's what I've called. I'm going to do it. Oh. How last minute was that? Oh, yes, just not the right shape. The thing is, we've built a miniature slopestyle feature and we've built a set of unreal looking trails. Whether or not they mix in some form of wood and dirt hybrid, I don't know. I'll be up for carrying it over there and seeing how it does look amongst the trails. I mean, it's there, it's cool, but I think we could do a better job building something like that out of dirt. You know what, it looks less ridiculous in situ amongst the trails, and with the materials we have and the resources available, I think we've done a really good job of building a whale tail that did get ridden. So arguably we've done what all the people said, which is build a whale tail. However, it may have to live as one of those projects that failed because it's not great to ride at all. That's obviously our fault, we built it, but it's kind of incentive to stick to what we know, which is building out of dirt and keeping the dirt jumps as dirt jumps. So we're going to have to revisit the whale tail feature when we've got more dirt. But after this morning, slabbing out all of this, that's definitely enough to build a new takeoff there. So we've got that to do. Also, with how much the ground has hardened up in the last few days, and especially today, the ground has gone rock hard. There's no doubt that if the weather's like this tomorrow, we can get tyres in the dirt and ride these jumps, which is so exciting, and I'm sure that makes a lot of you people watching very happy. So we can put the wood and stuff to one side, focus back on the trails, get tyres in the dirt, which is going to be insane. It's going to be mega. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for all the support with this build series. It's been so cool. Thanks for all the comments, all the interaction. Shout out to you, Ben, for taking one for the team today and crashing. It's been sick having Ben live with me as an extra pair of hands through these crazy times, editing the videos. It's super cool. And shout out to the weather today for hardening up the jumps ready for biking tomorrow. I'll see you there, legends. Wait, should I do separate lines under each word or one? Does it even matter?